Hey everybody, and welcome back to Blood Omen 2. And my friends, this is the Eternal Prison. It's actually kind of a cool looking area.
Yeah, this part isn't the Eternal Prison. We're getting there.
Whatever, close enough. The chapter's the Eternal Prison. Yeah. Damn it. Contradicting me. So we gotta go find the Builder. Because everybody loves a good quest. And in this case, our quest is to destroy something called the Device, because these writers couldn't come up with names for these things. Which is a damn shame. Which means lots of jumping and switch pulling again. We got telekinesis last video, so now we can use that to flick switches on our own.
You need to walk a bit more forward.
I figured that out in a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
Tell your past self that.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so now we should be entering the Eternal Prison proper.
You there! I don't know you. Are you a guest? A visitor? An intruder? We do not permit guests to disturb our routine. We are involved in important work here, and nothing must be allowed to interfere. This is a place where those who have transgressed the laws of the gods and man, and so created a dangerous imbalance within themselves, contemplate the wrongs that they have done through peaceful, uninterrupted meditation until they have regained the balance of their true, perfect inner nature. This process must not be interrupted for any reason until a spiritual transformation has been achieved, however long that may take. Thus, no guests, no visitors are allowed, and intruders we know how to deal with. Go, now!
A lot of funny things about that cutscene. One, peaceful meditation. Clearly, we could see that was not peaceful meditation. And two, the door's locked. So, even if we wanted to leave, which of course we're not going to do that, we can't.
Oh, get out of my house. Oh, by the way, the door's locked.
I see they're very big on acupuncture and pressure point therapy.
Yes, they are. Sorry, what was that?
I was just wondering, because I think I remember addressing this in my playthrough, that because what we just saw was very grotesque, torturistic contraptions that certain prisoners was going through. They have, well, I mean, probably going to spoil it now, but they've got this sort of time shifting ability in this prison that reverses time, and I suppose that makes the prisoners have to go through that again.
Yeah, pretty much.
They can pretty much kill them in a very horrific way, traumatize them, and then bring them back to life. But maybe they retain that memory of them dying in that way.
I would assume they would, because otherwise, I mean, it would still be torture, but is it really that torturous if they don't remember dying a million times?
I'd like to know what kind of prisoners these are. How did they get to be the misfortuned people that are subjected to this prison?
Oh yeah, that would have been nice to have some backstory on. Like, what did they actually do to get put in here? Because this doesn't seem... Sorry, guys.
Tax evasion.
Because this doesn't seem like just any ordinary prison you would send anybody.
Yeah.
And we got spiders.
Yeah, exactly. And what's weird is that most of the prisoners consist of women with sewn eyes and mouths shut.
Yet they can still talk, which
Yeah.
is strange.
Maybe that's where they put all the Karens in the world.
You know, you can't stop a woman from talking.
They tried.
That was Thor that said that, not the rest of us.
Yeah. Zegethra.
Don't want the angry Twitter mob after us.
Let's just separate us from him.
Your laughter was
we're gonna make a
condoning
PR
it,
statement.
so you're not in the clear.
I think my not editing out will be condoning it too, so it's okay.
Oh, speaking of that, did you manage to edit in the replacement of the banter that we had yesterday?
I haven't got to that part yet. I will once I do that.
Okay.
And I forgot to do that. We can drink blood from these spiders as well. We were talking about that last video, how you can drink blood from those demons. And there's another enemy in this chapter, which I won't spoil until we get there, but it makes even less sense that you can drink blood from it. Yeah, good times. Although I do like getting lore from these things, and I'm not really going to question the game too much because, you know, lore.
I hope
By
you
the
did.
law.
I hope you did drink blood from the later enemies that we're going to see as well. Not these guys.
Oh, yeah.
You there! I see you have not yet found your way out. I suggest you do so. Your presence may disrupt the progress some are making toward fulfilling the inner balance of their perfect nature, and that cannot be allowed. Heed my warning and depart at once!
I would assume since he's talking about progress, that means they do remember everything they go through. Although I don't see how anybody could progress to being a better person by going through those horrible deaths.
It'll break them.
I mean, yeah, you could break them, make them into like a shell of a person, but I don't see them necessarily being good people.
I don't know that part being so dark. Must be on the GameCube version.
Probably. There's a scene that I think was altered as well. I was looking at a Let's Play after I finished this, and I thought to myself, hey, I don't remember seeing that scene from Chapter 10. So, who knows? Maybe they changed some stuff.
That bugger, you were just about to get that chest as well. And he teleported you away.
That's fine. We end up with more than enough lore by the end of the game.
Yeah, but there's some enemies on here, in this chapter specifically. Those sort of levitating...
Oh, spoil it for everybody then. Spoil it.
I didn't say what the name was. I mean, because there's not technically a name for them.
Oh, okay.
As long as we're referring to that enemy.
Right.
Yes, they give out blood. Very little blood, but they give out a crap ton of lore. So I hope you did utilize them.
I did. Don't worry.
Good.
Definitely took care of that. I don't typically ignore drinking blood from enemies. Once we hit the final chapter, I start ignoring enemies because I've basically leveled up as much as I plan to, but until then, I pretty much fight most everything. Few exceptions.
Is
If
the
you're able
max
to
level cap?
angle the camera down in that grate, you'll actually be able to see there's a prisoner down there.
Oh? Well, unfortunately I missed that.
No, it's really hard to do because again, this game's camera angles
Not great.
doesn't allow you to go. Yeah, it doesn't allow you to view.
Yeah, there's a puzzle in the final chapter that I needed to angle the camera for because you had to line up this block with, I'm going to call it a light on the wall. It's probably actually something, but with my bad eyesight, that's all I can really see is just a light on the wall. And it was so hard for me to do because Kain would be in the way of the block when I positioned him to try to line everything up. And I tried to move the camera and it just would not work. That took me several tries. Editing that is going to be fun. And that's me just showing off that you can use telekinesis to attack something. It doesn't really do much, but, you know, it's better than nothing. What is it, Ty usually says it's better than a kick in the bollocks? Probably should have been one of y'all that said that instead of me, given that I don't have the accent to pull that off.
That's cool. You're doing fine. I mean, it's on the recording now, so
It is.
I've never heard an American say that term either, so it was a nice breath of fresh air just to see how it sounds on the other side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I picked up a few terms from talking to you guys for about 2 years, plus all the British Let's Players that I've watched in the past. Y'all Brits entertain me.
You'll be drinking tea and biscuits before long.
Well, sometime last year I discovered another Let's Player that I started watching, and it turned out to be British as well. And I was like, all right, I mean, that's cool, but it's just funny how that ends up happening.
You! Have I not told you that you do not belong in this place? Have I not told you to go? But you have not heeded my warnings. Now I must explain my meaning in a manner you are sure to understand.
Oh, trust me, Kain understands. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, those are the only attacks that he does. These guys are not difficult at all.
No. Definitely not.
I mean, they have a lot of health, and yeah, they can somewhat turn invisible. As opposed to, well, apart from their glowing eyes, but honestly, they're not much of a threat.
Yeah, they didn't give me too much trouble either. Even with the invisibility thing, my blind ass still saw their eyes. Thank you for this lore chest. There's also an interesting audio cue you'll hear in a moment as we transition after we push the switch. I think it's meant to let you know when you're making progress. Or it's just background ambience, I'm not sure.
Extremely dark again. Some
Yeah,
of those angles.
it does that sometimes.
Darkness is coming.
As long as it's not winter that's coming. Although, actually that is coming. As you can hear there, like we were talking about before, these people have their mouths shut, yet they're still talking. Which is kind of interesting.
Honestly, you're probably doing them a favor by actually killing them this time and not resetting the timer.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, I can't imagine anybody has done anything to deserve being here.
Wouldn't somebody else just reset the timer though?
I guess they could, but...
Well, I mean, you killed
I
the
would if I weren't
warden.
there.
I mean, you killed the guard or warden that was controlling this part of the prison. So, I don't think anyone's going to reset it now, especially when you've used it to try and gain access to the other prisons.
Plus, we are going to kill pretty much everybody we come across, so there's probably not going to be anybody left to do that. Oh, and we also have this weird teleportation thing, and my least favorite area of the level. Besides the boss.
Yeah. I mean, I actually liked this area, but I can definitely see
Right.
why you didn't like it. I can definitely see.
The floaty rock.
Yeah, there are pitfalls here. You can fall to your death. I did not realize that on my first fall, and after that, I start walking a lot more slowly. Plus, I had a hard time figuring out where to go.
Yeah, it's this weird citadel thing, like hovering over a large area of the sky. I was definitely a little lost at this part.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had to look it up. And even then, when I looked it up, I thought to myself, okay, where is that on the level that I'm playing, compared to the video? This took me a bit.
I think this place is a bit locked in another dimension as well, because it's like bigger than it would seem on the outside.
Bigger than it seemed on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
In what sense?
I feel like that's what she said applies.
It's like you've got all these areas that are in the sky or great chasms, and You go in like a normal looking building when you first enter it.
It was a teleporter.
Yeah, did you see him teleport?
Yeah.
He's teleported at least twice so far.
Well, it's like you're teleporting through dimensions and that, so...
I mean, there are other dimensions in this universe, so maybe, but... I don't know.
You can still have a teleporter and not have it beam you to a different dimension.
Exactly.
Yeah, but how often do you see rocks floating in the sky?
Well, you just wait till the other games. Lots of stuff happens in the other games. Just as crazy as this.
Agreed. I mean, I'm not saying it's weird. Sorry, I'm not saying it's not weird. I'm just saying that, you know, this is pretty,
I think he was trying to say not far-fetched for the Legacy of Kain series, but his mic cut out there.
I mean, they're obviously using this platform citadel area as a gateway for something, because you entered it and you need to exit through it. My question is why?
Yeah, I was thinking that while you were talking. Like, I don't know why we have to do this. It would be kind of interesting to get some more lore on this and explanation for what's going on, but at least it's kind of cool. Just this part's kind of annoying because it's not really obvious, at least to me, it's not really obvious where you need to go.
Once you figure out how you're going to progress through it as well, it makes even less sense.
Yeah.
Because the only way to traverse it is to jump along all these elongated platforms.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so how the hell are the prisoners meant to be here then?
Yeah.
It's their test, because they're blind, and they're going to keep repeatedly falling off and get reset until they get to the end, like a blind rat in a maze.
I do remember doing that, I think, on my playthrough, where I picked up one of the prisoners and just threw her off.
I think you did, yeah. That sounds familiar. And these are the enemies that we were trying not to spoil before. I don't know if these are like specters or what the hell these things are. They're gits, though.
They seem to have horns, and on... Can't tell if no, because they've got no... I mean, they look like they've got claws, so it could be a form of Hilda. But then I suppose it could just be an animated skin demon.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I mean, none of them, the characteristics of that don't illustrate a vampire, at the very least.
Oh, definitely not vampires. And we saw all that green glowy stuff around that guard, so I'm sure this is like a Hilden place, I would think.
Possibly, actually.
I mean, I don't know who else would be running it.
I don't know much about those guards either. The game doesn't explain. Again, the writing in this game is all over the place. The pacing's weird, and they really left out a lot of things that should have been explained.
They really did. It's not until this chapter where we get a tiny little bit of connection to the lore of the whole series. And then the next chapter we will actually get a lot more connection. It's not until this portion of the game where I actually start to feel more invested, because we're getting that stuff. That's like the thing I like about the series, is the connections and the lore and everything going on with it. I don't remember getting into it later on in this LP, but I really do wish this story felt more connected to the overall universe. And for the most part, Kain's revenge against the Seraphan Lord and all the goofiness that goes along with that doesn't feel connected at all. There are technically some things that do connect, but for the most part it feels like its own separate thing, which I don't like.
I'm surprised you didn't use in the Berserk.
I don't know if I had realized that I had it activated or not. Oh, you mean instead of Fury?
Yeah.
I think I just figured that I could activate this a lot quicker, so I just went with that. I probably could have gone with Berserk, but oh well. I will use it again. What's going to be fun to use is the ability we get from the boss of this chapter. I quite like that one. Although Berserk is cool too.
Yeah, but again, these abilities that you have is stupidly arbitrary to actually get to use them. The only way to use them is you've got to fill up the bar that's at the top left corner. That's on a horizontal angle, and through that, the only way to raise it is to be blocking attacks.
Which is very tedious.
Exactly, you can't earn it by drinking blood, or earn it by being in combat. It's only by blocking, which is a really stupid, mundane system, I think.
Absolutely. Ah, what a cheap shot, bastard. Plus, a lot of these enemies have unblockable attacks, so you're trying to block to build up the meter just so that you can use that ability, and then you have to dodge or get hit by an unblockable attack. Just waiting to use an ability to make a tedious fight go quicker. I will say that about this game, there's a lot of time wasting. Like, we talked earlier in the LP about all the blood drinking and how long that takes. But just spending time standing there blocking just to build up that meter also adds to the kind of wasted time. I feel like normal Mook enemies should be fairly quick to dispatch.
Yeah, agreed. The design choices of this has definitely made it drag on.
Yeah.
More than it should.
Yeah, and I don't think it's exclusive to this game in the series either. I think that's a problem with the other ones as well, from what I remember. Again, we're talking nearly a decade since I played the other games. But I seem to remember those enemies being not really spongy, but kind of annoying to fight too. Especially the statues in Defiance. For any of you who have played Defiance, I hate the statues.
Yeah, and they're everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like a boss, that would be one thing, or even a guardian for each of the temples that you go through, maybe, but no, they're everywhere, like you said. Which is very tedious.
Yeah, and that's what's annoying about it. It's like, there are so many damn temples.
Yeah.
Like, they really could have condensed that to, like, maybe 4 or 5. And be like, you know what, we can amalgamate some of the lore that you wanted to incorporate heavily into the game into the same temple. Just extend the lore. Yeah, just extend the lore of what you would have had in 3 different temples and just put it into 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, it makes it worse, and I'm assuming at this point anybody watching this has seen the other Legacy of Kain games. But what makes it worse is, as Raziel, when you're going through his portion of the game, the first 4 temples, you're just regaining powers from Soul Reaver 2. And they never really explain why you're imbuing the Reaver with these abilities in 2 different temples. And I think they tried to explain it away by saying that the temples that he went through in Soul Reaver 2 were just weaker, or they weren't the true font for these abilities, or something like that. I don't remember, but they could have, just for Raziel's campaign alone, just take out having to regain those abilities alone would make that go a lot better. Because that's 4 temples.
And I'm sure part of the reason he lost those abilities was due to what happens to Raziel at the end of Soul Reaver 2, but it's still annoying from a gameplay perspective.
It was like, your free trial on these abilities is now over. To get the full trial, play $19.99 a month.
Or go through a couple of temples that were probably annoying.
So what they should do is just give you the abilities, but then you just simply make them stronger as you go along through the game, or change their properties or whatever, rather than having to relearn them. It's a bit forced, isn't it?
Yeah.
stupid is that at some point in the game you actually have to put these abilities that you require to use in order to progress through the game, even if you're only doing it once or twice.
Yeah.
It's literally just so tacked on.
Yeah, like
that they've incorporated them.
Yeah, like in this game, you have to use the jump attack in the final boss. And as y'all have seen throughout this LP, I think I use it one time, not counting the final boss, just to show it off. So it's not a move that I really do all that often. And you have to do it in there in order to win. I know Defiance with Raziel's different Reaver powers that he uses. I know there's a section towards the end of that game where you have to use every single one of them, and you're timed, trying to do a number of different things. I remember it being very chaotic. Much like Chris's old channel name. Did she ask for a biscuit?
Yeah, she actually has some funny lines referring to biscuits.
Oh. Well, shit. Oh, well. I've kind of ignored most of the dialogue by the civilians in this game. Like, it's interesting, but these videos are long enough as it is.
Yeah, if you want to check out the dialogue of that, go watch mine.
I think I've mentioned I was going to link to your channel anyways in some of these playthroughs. I forgot to do that so far, so I need to go back and do that for the videos that are posting. But, yeah, I will try to link his LP of this as well.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I've got the playlist available.
Well, yeah, that's what I usually link to people. If I link a playthrough, I link just the playlist to it so that they can watch the whole thing.
Oh, Nax.
The better to ask somebody a question with. And in case you didn't get tired of charming people to flick switches,
damn. You get to zoom in completely on her face as well. That's what's freaky.
yeah. I believe we'll be doing that again later on.
I noticed their mouths aren't fully stitched. That's probably why they talk.
No, it's more... It's kind of like Abe's Odyssey, where they stitch your mouth to a point where you can't open it too far wide.
Yeah, but you still get some out.
Yeah. You can make words.
Well, as long as she can open it up enough to fit something in, she'll be alright. Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
Follow me.
And in case you weren't tired of using kinesis to flick switches, there you go. I do like the atmosphere in this chapter. It's got some good background ambience.
Evaded prisons. Yeah, I'd say we're in the Eternal Port.
Obviously, he meant to say prison. Oh, definitely by now.
I wonder what crime them spiders committed to get locked up.
Yeah, again...
I think they're there for the prisoners.
Yeah, I don't know if they were the prisoners them as well, or just used for guarding the prisoners. Just,
I don't know. They were in cells.
Yeah, they were in cells.
They're in cells. My God.
Animals generally are kept caged up. I think they're just under the torture device.
Probably. I do love the sounds those women make whenever the spiders kill them, though. It sounds very cartoony, like somebody falling down the stairs in a cartoon. Which kind of makes me laugh.
See, what they should have done is make it out as if those women were mice or something. And the spiders would just, attempt to jump, completely envelop over them.
Yeah.
And just dig their fangs into them, and then sort of carry them away, scurry away into their cells again.
And that was a very extreme close-up. Don't mind me, just looking for the Switch. And I don't mean the games console.
It's funny how if you bump into them, they'll actually react like that. So they'll see you coming to them. Damn.
Hey, you know.
Well, you give her a reward for helping you.
I did.
Death.
And like we talked about earlier, technically that is a reward in this case. I do find it interesting that these are all female prisoners, unless they're separating female and male prisoners, and this just happens to be the female wing.
Well, no, because it just occurred to me there is one male prisoner that we get to see. And I'm not going to spoil it, but there is a male prisoner.
Okay, I must just not remember him.
You will.
Unless we're talking about the boss.
No. It's in addition to him.
Okay.
It's when you're introduced to the boss.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's very,
okay.
it's because he's the only guy that we see, and it's very easy to forget him. But he's there.
Well, yeah, because you're being introduced to, well, the boss, who I don't want to spoil for anybody, but yeah, that's an enemy in and of himself, so it kind of takes a lot of the focus away from that male prisoner.
I mean, again, I've never played Blood Omen 1, so just to reiterate, are any of these characters that we've seen so far in the first game, apart from Vorador?
Vorador and Kain, that's it.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that another character from this game and the series is referenced in that game. Now, other characters in Blood Omen do appear in the rest of the series. Ariel, the spirit that's around the pillars, well, her death starts off the whole series. She's in pretty much every other game except this one, which this is also, I believe, the only game that doesn't have the pillars in it.
Yeah, if they ever make this remake this game, they literally have to change a lot of the story to incorporate the first games, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Like, it's not enough to remake the first game. It's this whole series, I feel like, needs to be, tightened together with better writing. I'm not saying the writing's bad. I just want,
Right.
I know for a fact they could do better.
Well, I think this game was written by different people. So that kind of caused its own problems right there. As Amy Henning wrote, I believe, the rest of the games in the series. Somebody who's also known for writing, I think, some of the Uncharted games. I forget what else she's done, but she definitely has a good way with dialogue, I know that much.
I thought she wrote Tomb Raider as well. Was it somebody else?
I don't know. I'm not sure on that one.
She does sound familiar.
I personally just know her from this, but I know she's done the Uncharted games. I don't know if she did Last of Us either. But I know she did Uncharted.
Well, actually, you know what? That does sound familiar. That does sound like something she probably did with.
Yeah, because I think she was on board with Naughty Dog for a while.
Well, for the first game's story, anyway. The second one, she obviously...
Yeah, she wasn't there for that. She left because I think they had to hire new writers and redo the entire script for Uncharted 4 because she left around the time that game was being made. The story was probably the worst for it, too.
Indeed.
What was that voice actress's name, the one that played Bayonetta?
Something Taylor.
Helena Taylor, that's
Yeah.
it. So found out more about her situation. Apparently, she's burning a lot of bridges with everybody.
Oof. For those not familiar, the Bayonetta voice actress, probably about 3 weeks ago now, made a big issue over Twitter about how much she was offered for the role in Bayonetta 3, and then the company that owns Bayonetta came out and said, no, we actually offered her this instead.
Yes, and she's asking people who would have bought the game to donate the money to anti-abortion clinics.
Ooh.
Ooh, exactly. That's a big ooh.
Yeah, because originally it was donate money to charity, which, okay, I could get on board with that, because you can kind of pick your own cause and donate, but wow, that's, I'm not getting into my thoughts on that, because I know that is a very sensitive subject, and we're just not going there on video, but yeah, probably best. She would probably look a lot better if she didn't bring that up.
Yeah, it's don't involve politics into video games,
Right.
unless very specifically tailored to it.
Right.
You know,
Indeed, keep
and
the
she
politics
was
out.
keeping herself. She was keeping her own personal preferences in her life too close to the chest.
Yeah. Because I remember, didn't you say Deus Ex, the original one, is pretty political, isn't it?
Yes, quite so. But it's also it's mainly conspiracy theorists story writing as well. So there's nothing real incorporated apart from a few lines of dialogue here and there. But that's actually based on facts that have already occurred throughout our lifetime.
Okay.
And it also doesn't tell you what to think either.
Well,
Different characters have their viewpoints, and that's, whether or not you agree with them is up to you.
And that's how that should be. That's, to me, whenever you're going to incorporate a message into something, and Hollywood really could stand to learn this, it's always best to present both sides in a clear and rational way and let the audience decide which side they think is right.
Exactly, that's it. Clear and rational way. Instead of just going, oh look, they've got the different viewpoints, and then all they do is go blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hollywood and I feel like some game makers today just don't do that.
Yeah, they want their viewpoint and their viewpoint alone.
Yeah.
They'll pretend to present the other side, but
Right.
fuck off. They do it disingenuously.
Oh, absolutely.
I do wonder what's up with them cutscenes.
What, that they're dark?
Yeah,
I don't know.
wonder if it's some emulation glitch.
It could be. I can try to increase the brightness in the video that I render to upload. If I remember.
I mean, sorry, you're not finished editing these videos yet. So.
Well, this is just a test video for us to do commentary for. So, for the most part, this is how the video is going to be. It's just going to have our commentary on it. But I still have the project set up so I can re-edit some of this stuff. But yeah, Chris, it's probably an emulation thing, would be my guess. But you know what? I would hate to have played this game without save states, so I'll deal with a little bit of dark cutscenes here that don't really matter if it means my playing experience is improved.
Indeed.
Agreed.
Save states are awesome.
Yeah.
Now here is an important cutscene.
Oh yeah.
Help me! Let me out of here! I didn't do nothing! You can't let him get me! Help me! Help me!
It must be poached! It must be fried! Where is my meat? Sopping with blood, running with gore! There! Stop that! You know you're not allowed back there! Get back! Give me meat! 1,400 ounces every day, and it will be fresh and on 2 legs! Or in this case, 4! No, I've had my allotment. 1,400 ounces or 20 stone. You may go.
Well, there you go.
Now,
Greedy
lot to unpack
bastard.
there.
Yeah.
First of all, that dialogue, that voice acting, damn. For someone completely mad and deranged, as I'm assuming he's meant to be portrayed, he's very precise with the amount of food he needs to ingest.
Yeah, he really is. And as you can't tell, you can't really kill him. I'm just trying to get him out of my way so I can run.
Yeah, so this is going to be a reoccurring enemy that you can't kill him, unfortunately, for now. But he's going to be showing up pretty much like Mr. X in Resi 2.
Yeah.
The stalker type enemy.
Kind of. He's not nearly as bad as the ones in the remakes, though. Or what I assume 7 and 8 probably are like, since all of those are basically the same game. That's right, I said it. Same game.
I mean, it was very nice of him to let the grate that he was standing on just lift
It was.
while he was about to jump on it. And then just as soon as it was high enough, he decided then to jump and then jump in well.
Yeah.
Perfect writing there. Brilliant.
Indeed. Hey, maybe some part of him is loyal to Kain. You never know.
Maybe he just fancied the bath.
He is a vampire, so vampires don't exactly like water.
Spoiler. No, spoiler.
Yeah, but he's an insane vampire, so maybe that just popped into his head. I need a bath.
I mean, it makes one wonder, like, he seriously was having a lot of pain when being in that water then. So much so to the point where he should have died. And he's got this giant, what looks to be a large fuel tank on the back of him, where he's missing his scalp, and part of his chest area is moved. So,
Oh, I bet.
very interesting design. It's like almost as if this machinery that he's wearing is perpetually keeping him alive.
It must be. Considering we can't kill him.
Now they're living torsos on the wall. They're moving.
Yes.
And they're even making moaning sounds, too.
Yeah, I generally don't know what this part of the prison was meant to be about. It's almost
very-
like they took a page from Doom and thought, yeah, we could...
Fuck's sake. I was about to say that. It's very
Yeah.
Doom.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, welcome back.
That didn't last long.
Who's gone for the free meat?
I thought he already has allotment for the day.
Apparently not.
Stockpiling for tomorrow.
He probably went back on his figures and thought, hang on a minute. 20 stone, I don't think it was that. Maybe 19 and a half, 19 3/4. Let me just deal with that right. And so you've got
Maybe
this
it's like-
prisoner.
Yeah.
You've got that prisoner there, just sort of
Oh.
flipping switches on others.
This is
It's
something
like,
that I wondered. Can I do this? And then I dropped her. Damn it. No, lady.
Try again.
I'm gonna toss you. Whee.
You're gonna toss the biscuits. Oh, well.
Yeah. Yeah. Toss her in the fire. Why not?
Hot sauce.
I like his sped up voice then. That was funny. I don't know how you managed to do that. Was that through Vegas?
The other video editing program I've got.
Oh, you're still using that?
Yeah, I need to learn how to do all this stuff on Vegas as well.
So I don't know how to fast forward in Vegas.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause-
I mean, I've never needed to use it.
Oh,
I've
it's
just
easy.
put out footage. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I've just
You
never
hold-
needed to use it. No. I'm not asking for an explanation. It's fine.
No, it's not complex.
I know. I really believe you.
You simply shrink it,
And again,
holding down control.
dude,
Because if you, I swear to God, if you
Spoilers.
ask me in the future how to do it, I'm going to come down there and punch you one. So I'm telling you now, hold control and shrink the footage. There we go.
And if you forget, you can always rewatch this video.
there you go.
for the first one, yes, I can guarantee you I'm going to forget it. And two, I'm probably not going to remember this part of the video specifically to remind me of where to go.
Well, especially
No, dude.
considering I'm going to be breaking these up into smaller videos, I can't even guess which video this is actually going to be in, so...
Exactly. Pretty sure there's YouTube videos out there anyway. I've done 90% of my tutorial been through YouTube.
Yeah, that's going to be a far easier way of doing it.
Yeah. The other 8% was stuff I've had to, accidentally discover and just play around with, and then 2% was lore.
Oh, there you go. Hey, 2%.
You didn't pick up that sword.
I did not pick up the sword.
Oh, that was painful. That was painful to watch.
It's fine. It's fine. We make it through the game. Don't worry about it.
No, I believe you.
Oh, and yeah, you can come in here and do this.
Yay!
So I figured, why not?
Your acupuncture session is about now. I'll just press the switch.
Yeah. And then I can struggle to find the other switch so that I can do the same thing to this guy. There we go. We're helping. We're helping rehabilitate these people. And I wasn't actually going to do this over here, but since I leaped over the bridge anyways, I was like, well, I might as well at least do one of them.
Okay, I'm really hoping you noticed
that
lore
treasure
box
chest.
there. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Quickly, tell yourself in the past.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's
fine.
what you have to tell yourself. You have to tell yourself it's fine.
Yeah, but it's not fine.
Yeah,
Keep thinking about it every so often. Oh shit, I wish I got that box.
yeah. He's just dying inside of him.
No, I'm good. Like I said, I end up with enough lore to finish the game anyways, so...
That's true. You can definitely finish it with what you've got now. Easily.
So I don't really care. Plus, I do get other lore boxes anyway, so...
I can't remember if this was the chapter I stopped killing citizens as well. People with the least amount of health.
I mostly started to take your advice at chapter 10, except then I discovered... Well, I won't spoil it, but I discovered something I can do to civilians when I grab them, and I have a sword in my hand, and that was fun, so I kind of had to kill some civilians in that chapter.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I pretty much ignore most of them in the last chapter, except a couple. And anytime I can ignore enemies in that last chapter, I would, just because at that point I was in I just want it done mode.
I'll wait for me to dictate your right to do whatever you want with the citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
How far does that bar actually go down? Does it have like a maximum length?
What, the lore bar? Or the health
Yeah,
bar?
well, you're both of them. Is there a point where it just doesn't matter how much lore you've got anymore? It'll just
I mean, put it
refuse
this
to
way.
upgrade?
My first playthrough on this game, like my very first one, decades ago, I managed to get much lore as I could. Like every single person, NPC, and lore box. And it basically still didn't fill it up. I don't think there's any limit to it because the game has artificially designed it so that you can't fill it. I suppose that's what's weird about the lore bar. I don't think they were taking that into consideration.
Even if you cheat it.
Well, I've never used those kinds of cheats. There are cheats built into the game that you don't need a trainer for. And the only one that, as far as I know, is the Go Cheese one.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone who's played the game and tried that cheat out. I don't want to spoil it.
I know there's one for starting the game with the Soul Reaver, but...
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I didn't want to spoil it, but...
The Soul Reaver is a significant portion of the series, so...
It's very true.
And we already
It
know
is-
that it got taken from him at the beginning of the game, and we already know from Defiance that he gets it back, so... It's fine.
That's true. That's very true. So, yes, all in all, Kain gets the Soul Reaver back, but you can also have it at the very start of the game, as well as this unique arm from the first game that they've sort of
sweet.
designed to make it look. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, they've just changed it up to make it look more presentable in this game.
Yeah. I do wish they had an outfit cheat where you could just pick whichever outfit from the game you want him to be in each chapter, because some of these outfits I would not go with if I had the option.
Yeah, he looks more of like a ranger rogue type guy who's trying to hide his presence, or
Yeah.
hide his face in this area, even though I really don't think that's any point towards that.
Well, it's not his character, so yeah, it is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Unless he was just doing that while he was on those shipping lanes, those roads in the canyons. But even then, I don't know why he would do that, because he pretty much kills everybody in that level anyways.
Maybe
Yeah.
he was trying not to draw the Seraphim's attention to him.
But he kills all the Seraphim anyway, so...
I mean, like the Seraphim law, and cause he knew what he looked like at this point.
Yeah, I think they just thought the outfit looked cool and just decided to go with it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really wish they'd have extended on that, if I'm honest. You know, the armor, weapons, maybe, like customization, stuff like that.
In the first game, you get all kinds of different armor and weapons that you can use, and they're just yours. You can just siphon through them at your will. Like, they don't break. So you got, like, maces, you've got axes, you've got the Soul Reaver, you've got, I think, a sword that sets people on fire. There's a number of weapons that you get in that game.
Exactly. I mean, it's stuff that they already had the idea for, and they never just extended it. Any other of the games.
Yeah.
That was the first and last time you get to see anything like that.
Yeah, that is sorely lacking in the series, because you're right, in Defiance he doesn't get all that stuff either, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm just one of those nitpicky people where I don't agree with taking features out of an already featured game that has all that incorporated design and mechanics into the later games.
Yeah, I mean, I can accept, okay, well, Kain was defeated, he didn't have all the stuff from the first game, that's fine. But they could still take the feature and incorporate it and have you get different weapons that are cool to use and just have them on you instead of having to pick up weapons every now and again that are going to break eventually.
Yeah, I mean, why couldn't they have made the Cabal look like a home base hangout?
Yeah.
Where you then get to have the chance to customize and do a few things like maybe leveling skills or spells.
Yeah, well, especially in this game. I mean, this game doesn't look particularly great by any means, but significantly better and more detailed than the first game. And it would have been cool to have a sword where you can set people on fire. I think the advantage of that sword was you could kill enemies quicker, but since you're burning them alive, I don't think you could drink their blood. I think some of those weapons had different kind of, advantages and disadvantages, if memory serves me. Oh, it's getting spooky.
We're coming up to the part now where those hanging prisons, upside down pyramids, which are really cool, by the way. I like imagining, even though it's totally not that, I like imagining that those pyramids don't actually have a floor. So for anyone locked in those cells, they're actually locked that sort of at an angle.
Oh, that would be
kind
of interesting.
Stand on the slope. Yeah, that'd be really messed up. Like just completely getting them deranged, driving them nuts through it because they can't actually plant their feet correctly on the ground.
Well, they shouldn't have done whatever they did to get locked up in here.
Next time when the barman asks you to put your freaking glass on the coaster, you do what he says.
That's right. And if the tax man comes around, you pay your dues.
Not shoot him in the head.
Right?
Even though...
It doesn't matter if you shoot the taxman in the head, there will always be more to replace him.
They're like the Borg.
Yep.
It just gets back up again.
Yeah, except all they're going to do
Resistance is
is just,
futile.
yeah, and then all they're going to do is just make the job description make them, pack some heat.
Oh, God.
I'll add interest to that.
That'd be a good time to insert that Joker clip where is worried about paying his taxes.
I'm not going to do it, but okay. So now we're basically trying to unlock the builder, I believe, is where we're at now. We've been going for him this whole time, but this chamber here, we're pretty close to where we're going to find him.
Ooh.
And we actually, like I mentioned before, get a little bit of lore on the universe, which is nice. I don't know if they specifically name-dropped the Hilden, but like I said earlier, I'm assuming if you're watching this that you've seen the other games. Lots of waiting on this thing to turn.
Indeed.
I just wish this jump wasn't so fiddly. I didn't have too many problems here, but there are several points in the game that did cause me issues. And in puzzle-type jumping situations we're going to get in the last chapter. One point I could not get that jump point to land, and I was thankful I was close enough to the box where I could save state and then try until I eventually was able to properly just jump on it without using the ability. And there he is.
Are you hovering in midair?
Probably.
It looked like it.
Either way, it's the builder. Let's go say hi. Hello.
Yeah, see, there is no ground.
Prisoner, I require information.
You are not a jailer. I beg you, release me.
First, you must answer me. I seek a prisoner in this place, a builder. He created a large device that lies below the city of Meridian.
Seek no further. I am he.
How fortunate. I intend to destroy this device. I was told only you can tell me how.
I can indeed help you. But in return, I need an end to my suffering.
Tell me of the device and I will grant you any request within my power.
Yes, the device. The device was built as a weapon eons ago when two races warred with each other for dominance of Nosgoth. It houses an ancient creature whose very mind is capable of killing any living thing with but a thought. The device was to channel the mental energy of this creature and direct it onto Nosgoth. It would attune the creature's mind to kill all living creatures except for my race. Before it could be completed, however, I was imprisoned here, and the rest of my race was banished to another far more terrible realm.
So this device was never finished, and yet the creature still lives within it.
It was dubbed the Mass. It is eternal and deadly, yet harmless without a channel for its mind. But we never completed the weapon. We needed a way to send its energy out of the device and into the land itself. We needed a conduit throughout the cities, a network, if you will. Once this network was created, the device would channel the mental energy of the Mass and send death upon our enemies.
You say a network, placed like a web throughout a city.
We never completed the network. We never used the device.
But the Sarafan Lord will. The glyphs. He is using the glyphs to channel the Mass, to wipe out the city, humans and vampires alike. That must be his plan.
If this is indeed true, you must act quickly. It would be too large a task to destroy the device itself. You must kill the Mass itself.
You said this creature was eternal.
It has a simple weakness. Blood is like poison to its system. And not any blood, but pure blood from the elder races. My blood. My blood will poison and kill the creature. Drink from me, vampire, and use my life's blood to kill that which I created out of arrogance and pride. Kill me so that the Mass will die and the device will be destroyed.
You have suffered here an eternity, poor wretch. I will grant you release from your prison, and I will carry your blood in my veins. I will bring the Sarafan Lord's plans tumbling before him.
I'm not sure why they censored that kill.
So he used his
They
fangs.
probably didn't. They probably couldn't use an animation to justify it.
Yeah, I guess. That dude looked like a Hilden to me, which is interesting because every other Hilden that we see is portrayed as a dick, basically.
I mean, they are sentient, so they can be consistent of emotion and thought.
Yeah, I like that. I like having a different one that has a different perspective. Somebody who built this terrible thing and then is like, hey, wait, I don't want to use that. And I
Well,
assume
he
that's
has had a long
I think it
time.
was the first time we saw one as well.
in this game for sure, yeah.
Because in the previous games, there were segments of them mentioned. But I don't think you ever saw one, did you?
They show up in Soul Reaver 2 and Defiance, but I think they look different in those games.
I mean, you don't get to officially see them in the Defiance. They're sort of just trying to infest and...
Possess people, basically.
Yeah, that's the word. God, I'm tired.
That's fine. We're almost done.
No, it's not your fault. It's just
More these guys.
one day.
You have ruined everything. Now these lives can never be redeemed. Our great experiment for nothing. For nothing.
Dude, what experiments?
That's what I was about to say. Did they ever even explain that? Because I never noticed them explaining what experiment they were doing. It's one of those things like you were talking about before, where if they're going to use a line like that, they really need to explain that more. If they were talking about their experiment using that device and all that, well, technically it's still working. We haven't done anything to it yet. And I highly doubt these people even know about that device. And they might, but I assume these are just grunt prison guards, so they're not necessarily going to know what the Seraphim Lord is up to.
I don't know if these guards are referring to the device itself rather than just, you know, salty because you've destroyed a large part of the eternal prison now that they can't torture and experiment the prisoners for their own, you know, satisfaction and entertainment.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably what they were doing. I just couldn't think of any other experiment that they could be talking about, so I thought, well, maybe, but I don't know. I was trying to give the game a little bit more credit than it deserves.
Yeah, it's fine.
I tried.
I know you do.
Some like to accuse me of whining about games, so I like to try to give games credit sometimes.
The thing you was on about, the other Hilden being dicks, they were confined to another dimension, wouldn't they have been proper pissed off about it anyway? And if some of them escaped...
Well, for now,
That's why
we
the
gotta worry
dicks-
about this guy.
Ah,
I mean, the Hilden is an ancient race
Who got?
that was original rivals.
Go away.
Yeah, you go for it.
I hate you.
I can't kill him, but
I know.
I just generally dislike him.
I do too.
Yeah, I can't kill you, but I generally dislike you. Can you just go away?
Sorry, you were saying about the Hilden?
Yes, the Hilden are an ancient race that was originally rivaled against the ancient elder vampires for supremacy over Earth. Well, not Earth, but their
Nosgoth.
dimension of not just Nosgoth, but the whole planet, I think. Their world, essentially, and...
See, I'm not sure if Nosgoth is the whole world or just one country on this planet.
No, Nosgoth is just, the province, I think.
And I mentioned earlier in the LP what I saw from a cutscene in Soul Reaver, which suggests this is supposed to be on Earth. This is one of these weird areas where the game kind of directs you on where you need to go. I'm not really sure the point of this is, besides stumbling into some traps here and there. And yes, I'm going to miss a lore chest because it's a trap and I went in there and died.
I remember, that dialogue right now, always, I really, really liked it. It just sounded really freaky, just random women chanting vampire.
Oh yeah.
And then you can hear the echo and the reverb of it. It just sounds so cool. And it's like just one of those moments where it's like, oh, can you incorporate that in other levels and everything?
Yeah, it's like they showed up and had inspiration for this level. And that was it.
it's a trap.
Yeah, it's like he's leading you through like a mouse through cheese.
Yeah.
Don't
Maze.
understand how that works really. Like, what is this guy now putting you in traps? And what kind of place is this that have this as a thing?
Yeah, I don't
It's like an
know.
obstacle course where if you just fail, you'll like fall into one of the traps. It's like the movie Cube. Oh, sorry you lost, but let's just see what you would have won there.
But it's not even like we see prisoners in here or anything, so it just feels kind of video gamey, like, oh, this is just meant for Kain to deal with, even though they couldn't have known Kain would ever come in here.
No, exactly. This is definitely not for any prisoner to be able to go through.
And a lot of that stuff about the vampires and the Hilden, that gets touched on a lot more in Defiance.
Touching.
Ooh, this is looking boss arena-y.
That's a lot of mixed metaphors there.
So many enemies, both stone and flesh. I won't lift a finger! I will destroy you with my mind!
One thing I will say about this game, I really like the boss battle theme. It is kind of weird that each boss doesn't get their own theme, but I do kind of like that tune.
Great. I like it.
Yeah, stand behind these things, or this will kill you, or damage you.
It's definitely a one-hitter quitter.
I would imagine so. I thankfully never got hit by it. But this is the ability we're going to get for defeating this boss, and I really like it.
That's your explosion.
If you'd never played this game before, I guarantee you would not realise the extent of that power until he uses it on you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on then. It's a good thing that he only takes the amount of hits from Kinesis as he has pillars for us to stand behind. Otherwise, this could be a problem. I guess there were a couple extra. Never mind. That point was irrelevant. Damn it! So that part of the fight I didn't mind. This other part was really hard for me to see. I kind of knew what I needed to do, but it took me a while because I couldn't really see what I was trying to do. If that makes sense. It's a dark game. And I'm blind. And there will be a lot of save state usage. More so than the rest of the chapter. Well, okay, not the whole chapter. Whatever. I used more save states during this part than any single part of this chapter. How about that? Oh, and don't worry, we will get the name of this boss after we defeat it.
Yay.
Nothing like learning the name of your enemy after you defeat it. So yeah, we gotta piss them off and then have them run into these statues. And then we gotta flick a switch with Kinesis, which takes me a while to get lined up. We'll get back to it. I think at this point I say fuck it, let me just try to get him to open these up. So I'm trying to do all this while making sure he doesn't come at me either.
A little bit more chill than it needs to be for this boss fight. You basically lure him into those scythes there, get him to charge at it, and then as soon as he's done that, he just sods off for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He goes on his coffee break.
Everybody needs a coffee break, I suppose. Especially Ty. I swear his veins are filled with coffee.
He has IVs up to
Either that or
him, just
Monster.
pumping coffee.
Oh, right. Yeah, Monster as well. I just can't imagine drinking energy drinks. I hear they're just so terrible for you.
I mean, there was the Resistance energy drink that I used to love when I was working back in as logistics manager. One almost every morning. And damn, I'm surprised I didn't get radiation poisoning from that.
Yeah.
Radiation.
Don't ask me what I was doing there. Just trying to get out of there some way.
Jump on his head. Stomp him like a Goomba.
I don't think it works that way in this game. If only it did. Oh,
Ah, my eyes.
Think about it.
yeah, maybe.
This is not too dissimilar from the boss I was fighting earlier on Arkham Origins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where you can't fight him directly, you have to make him run into stuff and that.
Ah. I don't really love gimmicky fights where you have to do something to damage the boss instead of just fighting them. I generally rather just fight them.
Because it was like too strong to fight directly.
Yeah. There are some exceptions in Soul Reaver. I did like the idea of the puzzle boss, but I think for the most part, my experiences with that, they don't usually work. Or at least I didn't particularly enjoy most of them. I remember that lovely game Darksiders was really bad for gimmicky bosses.
The less said about that, the better.
Yeah. Oddly enough, the final boss was like the easiest boss in the game.
It was the first boss that was the asshole. Bloody
Oh yeah,
dragon.
that thing was bad.
No, you can't finish the fight unless you do a certain sequence of events.
Yeah, it didn't help that, one, that was a game that I didn't end up enjoying, and two, I had some annoying things going on in my life at the time, too, when I was playing that game. So it was just a bad game associated with bad memories. That's when my bank card had got shut off by the bank for some reason. I never found out why they did it, either. Actually, no, I take that back. I was trying to dispute a charge on it, and they thought the card was stolen, and I was like, well, it wasn't stolen, I just am disputing a charge. Fucking bank. Don't ask me why I'm going over here. I'm sure I had my reasons at the time.
As you went from Darksiders to that.
To make him run away, and he seems to be stuck on a wall.
This game having glitchy AI, never. That would never happen. God damn it, game. I know it's me not aiming it in the proper place.
Yay, you did it.
That took me probably 30 minutes.
What strange magic is this?
And guess what?
Ah,
It's not over yet.
there's
It's
a big
off.
statue now.
Yep, and we gotta get him to run into that too. And I do discover an easier way of doing this, but it took me a while to figure that out. I can't remember if you did that on your playthrough.
Did what, sorry?
So I figured out eventually, I'm gonna figure out you can jump up on that thing and bait him into this thing.
Yeah, I mean...
Is that Mobius? I wonder if that's Mobius.
It could be.
Well, it has the infinity symbol on it.
Ah, it must be Mobius. Huh, I guess they had to have some reference to him in this game. He's in all the other ones. Although for just about 2 seconds in Soul Reaver. Come on,
That's
dude.
what I'm thinking, like, the people of the circle, what are they called now?
Seraphim?
No. In the first game.
Oh, the Guardians of the Pillar?
Yeah, the pillars. Pillars. I don't think they would have gone with the Seraphins and Hillman's plans.
Definitely not the Hilton's plans, no. I wouldn't think so either.
The fog lifts. Sire, wait.
What trickery is this?
No trickery, sire. I am your servant once again. Your champion.
Pathetic wretch. I have no... Magnus? Could it be?
It is I, sire.
How is this possible? Here, in this cursed place, was my finest warrior. The Sarafan had fallen before him by the score. Together, he and I were invincible. Until... Magnus, the traitor. Is this your reward for betraying me to the Sarafan Lord?
Sire, I did not...
You left my camp in the night to join with my enemy, like all the others.
Sire, no. I wanted only to serve you. I thought in my pride I would strike a blow that would end the war. I went to kill the Sarafan Lord, alone. I was your champion.
You never returned.
I failed you. I tried to kill him. Even now I cannot remember how he defeated me. I was struck down, helpless at his feet, and then, through his foul magic, he took my mind and transported me here to this hellhole. But what of you, sire? I heard that you were dead.
Well, not so dead as some would like to have me. As you see, I have returned. Magnus, my champion, you have suffered long enough. It is with pride that I grant you your death.
Sire, my thanks.
Go, my friend. Be free, as the rest of us, living or dead, can never be.
Well, with that cheery message, thanks for watching, and we will see you all next time with more Blood Omen 2.